The legend has it that an Indian prince named Kondinya fell in love with a Naga princess Soma, and their marriage marked the birth of one of the most glorious and opulent kingdoms in Southeast Asia, the great Khmer Empire. After several centuries, the India-Cambodia relationship has resurfaced with a joint effort by the two countries in the restoration work of the Angkor temples. The first restoration work was carried out by the Archaeological Survey of India, the ASI, in Cambodia at Angkor Wat.
Angkor, we were in the 80s when nobody else was working here. India was the only one. The Khmer Rouge guerrillas were still here. We were facing bullets. We faced a situation with nothing around, and it was very difficult. But we finished the Angkor project, and once we finished, we wanted to take up another project. And during the visit of Prime Minister Vajpayee, it was decided to take up Ta Prohm.
Ta Prohm is a very special site among the Angkor temple. And Ta Prohm is one of the most beautiful temple and most visited temple.
The restoration work of Ta Prohm temple complex is quite a challenging task, as about 150 huge trees are growing in the complex, and some of them are growing over the structures.
The condition of the Ta Prohm temple was all crumbled down, and it was a great challenge to accept that and to resettle the monument and to support the portions which are falling down.
Ta Prohm temple in this situation is very challenging work, because the two things are living together, nature and man-made structure. If we remove the structure, tree will collapse. If we remove the tree, structure will collapse.
With a project of such complexity, ASI collaborated with the prestigious Indian Institute of Technology in Chennai for the structural studies and engineering to come up with a calculated approach to restore the ruins.
There's a debate in the architectural community, in the archaeological community, of how to leave Ta Prohm, whether to leave Ta Prohm in a state of natural abandon or to rebuild it. What we have done in some of the structures is rebuild half of the structure, so that the tourists and the visitors to the temple can see the abandon in which it was left and what it was when it was done before. So we have done it in a way in which we satisfy both sides.
In order to sustain the trees on the monument, and that is where you kind of establish a symbiotic relationship between the built heritage and the natural heritage, in which it's not only the weight of the tree, but because when you have rains, you have storms and all that, so the dynamic load of the trees on the structure, that had to be catered to.
Extensive research and study was carried on by experts from the Forest Research Institute of India for conservation of the beautiful trees inside the Ta Prohm temple premises.
It is a very important field of cooperation between India and Cambodia. The Indian team from ASI completed already 4 of the 5 locations in Ta Prohm.
Our feeling is we should leave it in a state in which the natural beauty of the place is not destroyed by us reconstructing it. So it has to be a synergy between both of them.
The meticulous work being done in restoration hopes to keep the promise alive of an exhilarating experience of visiting these ancient temples for generations to come.